Hello children, welcome to the online class, Subject Science, Class 6th. Let us have the small recap for the previous session. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Cells are of two types, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. In eukaryotic cell, we saw about plant cell and animal cell in detail. Today, we are going to see about Unit 6, Human Organ Systems. In that, we are going to see about the skeletal and muscular system. Let's have the introduction to the human organ system. What is organ system? A group of organs that work together to perform a particular function. How the organ systems formed? First, a group of cells join together and form the tissue. A group of tissues join together and form the organ. Group of organs that have the same function join together and form the organ system. What are the organ systems are there in our human body? Skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, nervous system, endocrine system, and excretory system. These are the systems are there in our body that make our body to work properly. Now, let me see the skeletal system in detail. The skeletal system consists of bones, cartilages, and joints. The bones provide a framework for the body. How many types of skeletal systems are there? There are two types of skeletal systems in our body. That is, axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton consists of skull, vertebral column, and rib cage, that is, upper axis of our body. The appendicular skeleton consists of the bones of the limbs along with their pectoral and pelvic girdles. Limbs means hands and legs. Adult human skeleton consists of 206 bones, few cartilages, ligaments, and tendons. What do you mean by ligaments? Do you know, children? Ligaments are the parts that connect bone to bone. One bone to another bone is connected by the ligaments. Then tendons. Tendons connect bone to the muscle. Now, let me have the skeletal system, that is axial skeletal system in detail. The axial skeletal system consists of three parts I said, skull, vertebral column, and rib cage. The skull. Skull is made up of cranial bones and facial bones. It protects the brain and structures of the face. Do you know? The lower jaw bone is largest and the strongest bone in the human face. Next, human vertebral column. The vertebral column extends from the base of the skull. It protects the spinal cord. It is formed by a number of serially arranged small bones called vertebrae. In singular, each bone we call it as vertebra. This is the human vertebral column that extends from the base of the skull to the end of the body, but it is protect the spinal cord. Next one is rib cage. The rib cage is made up of 12 pairs of curved, flat rib bones. These bones are curved and flat bones. It protects the delicate vital organs such as heart and lungs. Inside the rib cage only the heart and lungs are located and it is protected by safely. Next, limbs. The man has two pairs of limbs, namely upper limb or forelimb, that means hands. Then lower limbs or hind limbs, that means legs. The forelimbs are used for writing, holding the things, etc. Then hind limbs are used for walking and sitting. Do you understand about the skeletal system clearly, children? Next, we are going for muscular system. In the body, the muscular system along with the skeletal system is very important to the movements. There are three types of muscular systems, that is skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. How do muscles work, do you know? The muscles of the body can only pull and there is no push. Only pulling is there. So two muscles are required to move a bone at the joint. When the one muscle contracts, the other muscle relaxes. Okay. Now let me see the skeletal system, skeletal muscle in detail. The skeletal muscles of our body are attached to the bones. They are called voluntary muscles. The skeletal muscles are also called voluntary muscles because they can be controlled by our will. For example, muscles of the arm, if you want to stretch, you can stretch. If you want to fold, you can fold, or whatever things you need, you can do because it is controlled by our will. So, these are called voluntary muscles. By arm muscles, limb muscles, all the bone muscles are attached to the bones are also voluntary muscles only. Next, smooth muscles. The smooth muscles are all called involuntary muscles. That is, the smooth muscles are found in the walls of the digestive tract. That means stomach, wall of the stomach and digestive tract. Then urinary bladder, arteries in the heart and other internal organs. Most of the internal organs are covered by the smooth muscles only. They are called involuntary muscles because they are not controlled by our will. The digestion process, then pumping of the blood process, all the process are not controlled by our will. It is working by, it is automatically it will work. So these muscles are known as involuntary muscles. Next, we are going to see about the cardiac muscle. The walls of the heart is made up of cardiac muscles. They are capable of rhythmic contraction continuously and involuntary in nature. This is the heart. The walls of the heart is covered by the cardiac muscle. This is also worked by its own. Do you understand about the muscles of our body, children? And something is interesting to know. The smallest bone in our body is stapes, that is present in the ear. Then which is the longest bone? Thigh bone, which is known as femur. A newborn baby has more than 300 bones, you know, but it is huge and form 206 bones in adults. Okay, now it is time for our home fun. Draw the skull and label its parts. Write the examples for voluntary and involuntary muscles. Hope you all understand this skeletal system and muscular system clearly. Let me meet with the other systems, organ systems in the next session. Thank you.